welcome back to the channel. I'm Radost and today we'll explore some art stores and bookshops in London, and I'll be happy to join me. I had some work to do here and I thought, why not? Staying the weekend having my kind of fun. If you stay till the end of the video, I will show you what I bought, but now let's go. Our first stop is London Graphic Centre. All the places we visit you can find in the description with their addresses if you want to check them out. This store, situated in the heart of Covent Garden, has a high range of products from well-known brands to some hidden gems. I think a place like this can be managed by people who share the same passion with us, artist enthusiasts. I basically use limited palette in my paintings and don't need anything in particular, but the sight of this abundance is just fascinating. On the second floor, you can lose yourself in the variety of paints from the moment you step on it. I'm heading straight away to the watercolors. For all Bob Ross fans here, I found this aisle with paints and brushes with specific color range compatible with his tutorials for landscapes. I'm attracted to pastels recently, at least I want to try them. More specifically dry pastels, and I was considering if I need to experiment with new medium right now. That's why I walk around, browse other stuff like gold leaves and think, would I use these materials or just buy them and leave them in the drawer as often happens? And yes, me and paper again. It's not an ending love story. And I'm tempted to touch every piece of paper that's open just to check the texture. Whenever I have the opportunity to go to such stores, I'm mostly tempted to buy a new sketchbook, and I'm always spending a big amount of time in this section. Even not for my medium, I've never tried a grey tone paper, for example. My weakness for paper and sketchbooks, I'm trying to explain with realization that in watercolors, the paper is probably most important. I used to underestimate the power of paper in the beginning of my watercolor journey and had some major failures. And here you can find all sorts of paper and a lot of sketchbooks to choose from. We are heading towards El Cornelissen Son, which is less than 10 minutes walk from London Graphic Centre. This shop just screams art aesthetic and it somehow takes you to different times. It's even said that J.M.W. Turner is the reason Louis Cornelissen came in London to create his business in the first place. Even today, the shop is following the steps of its creator and imports a lot of interesting materials and stays true to the tradition to sell unusual pigments to create your own paints. Fascinating. These cute drawers, so neatly curated with pastels, paints and pigments, will win your heart. And here's the magic drawer. Let's release these colors. The atmosphere in the shop is really inspiring and makes you feel like a real artist. Although, if you have the opportunity to do that, I recommend you to check which the busiest hours are to be able to avoid them and explore freely. I know what I said, and I will show you what I bought at the end of the video, but I just couldn't wait to open my new pastels. You can say the struggle and the lack of patience, but finally, testing the colors is so rewarding and it brings peace in mind. Another cute shop located in Covent Garden, in a walking distance from Cornelissen Son, is Choosing Keeping. It's a stationery shop with some really extraordinary bits and bobs. Also, the books there were so unusual, like this sticker book, for instance. I'm really sorry for the lack of footage, but we're two really shy vloggers. And being in London, me and my partner treated ourselves with the experience to watch Phantom of the Opera. The feelings this performance evoked in me can't be described, and I hope you enjoyed this sketch of appreciation to all that. Here's an interesting place for you if you're a book lover. You can't expect your next read to float on the canal, but let me tell you, it can. This is literally a bookshop on a boat with so aesthetically pleasing nooks filled with all kinds of books. How comfortable place just to sit and read. Of course, with so many people coming and going, I couldn't stay longer near the warm fire, but it was magical. It's beautifully decorated, and even in this cold grey day, it succeeded to warm my heart. You can browse through classics and contemporary books. There is a second-hand section, which is always welcome. The gentle sway of the boat adds to the sense of calm, and the close-knit space makes you feel like you've discovered a secret spot tucked away on the water. This cozy nature of the space gives comforting, homey feel, like the boat itself is a beloved bookshelf that's been lovingly curated over time. There are also books stock outside, so if you are in a hurry, you can just give them a quick look. This was my first time here, and it's really beautiful and inspiring place. The books outside feel like an invitation to anyone passing by. It's almost like the shop is reaching out to the public, offering up its literary treasures for anyone to find. Speaking about inspiration, admiring the great detective statue, I noticed one interesting and rather hungry group just behind him. Obviously, someone has spilled some rice and they were enjoying it. I took a lot of photos, of course. How small things like this can stick in your brain and inspire us. It's still a mystery, probably even the great Sherlock Holmes wouldn't be able to solve. And some of the members of this hungry gang I turned into a sketch. Hope you enjoyed these snippets before taking you to the next stop. Just look at this one. He's just saying, "What are you looking at?" They were that cheeky in real life too, I swear. Minding their own business, and some weirdos just took a bunch of photos of them. Last stop, Daunt Books. It's a beautiful Edwardian building which before was owned by antiquarian booksellers, and that's interesting. books continue to haunt this place. And me, fascinated by cats again. Nothing new, as you can see. I've spent a lot of time in the art section, of course. I don't know about you, but there is time and place for a book to grab my attention. I'm a really intuitive reader, and no matter how much I know of a book to be brilliant, if it's not its time yet, I just skip it. This shop has a really interesting curation idea. On the ground floor and downstairs, you can find different shelves for different countries. The bookshelves themselves are like little windows into different parts of the world, offering a glimpse of each country's unique literary voice. The second floor is also beautiful to watch, and I thought what a beautiful home these books have. Here's the London and UK section, where you can find inspiring stories of adventure, culture and discovery. And if you want to travel not geographically but emotionally, you can dip into some poetry collection. As I promised, here's what I've got from these wanderings. It's not much, but let me show you. Here are the art materials, and this pile are the books. Let's start with the art stuff. These are the pastels you've already saw. I took them from London Graphic Centre. They are specifically for portraits. Let me show you the beautiful colors again. Mostly warm tones to build up a face colors. I really hope that I will use these. The next thing that I've got is this A5 sketchbook. I wasn't familiar with the brand, but it looked promising. I was hooked on 100% cotton tag, and it's pretty thick, perfect for watercolors. Let me show you the thickness of this paper. It's cold pressed, so it has texture, and I love that. The last thing is this cup. I saw it in some other art videos and wanted it from a very long time. Let's open it. As you can see, just click it and it becomes a cup. When you finish painting, you can fold it again. It can be really handy for painting outside. Let's start with the books now. The first one is secondhand from Word on Water. These two actually are from Word on Water. This is basically a collection of portraits, and if you've been here for a while, you know I love painting portraits. Some really interesting faces are collected inside, and as I struggle sometimes with finding the right reference for practice, this will help me, without spending too much time on the screen. If you want to see me testing this theory, tell me in the comments and I will paint some of these. It's pretty big actually, a real hidden gem. This one here is a fiction called The Cabinet. It captured my attention because of this kitty on the cover, but when I read the blurb, I decided to buy it. It's about this cabinet filled with files of bizarre people's lives. And I've been craving for some weird stories lately. The last two I bought from Daunt books. This one is a non-fiction titled The World According to Color, and you know how important the colors are for me. Really soft spot. I hope it will inspire me in my further explorations of color in my art. Oh, and they also give you these bookmarks/business cards, which is perfect idea. The last book is A Sunny Place for Shady People, a collection of scary stories that I'll try not to read before bed. I've read the other book from this author before, Mariana Enriquez, and that's why I give it a go. And reading one story in a sitting is nice, if you have a busy schedule and don't want to commit to a big novel. Oh, I almost forgot. From Wordled Water, I took this postcard. The feeling of buying artwork, even in a small scale like this, is beyond comparison. It doesn't have information about the artist, unfortunately, but it's beautiful anyway, and it goes to my collection. That was all, my friends. Hope you enjoyed it. Tell me your favorite shops for art materials and books. I'll be happy to explore them even online. Thank you so much for watching and stay creative. Bye!